I'm seeing a pattern. So something did happen to you extremely traumatic with bananas. You just blocked it.
It's possible. It's possible.
More so than just eating a banana and not liking the taste of it. It's something
all I
else.
remember, this is the only memory I have about eating a banana. Again, I was 4 or 5 years old, and I was in the den. And I remember the TV was on. We had like this little TV, you know. And I remember tasting this banana. They go, like, and then there was not enough water in the world to get that taste out of my mouth. That's it. So that was the last one.
Oh, that's so good. I need to send you some banana bread.
Fuck no, I'm not gonna eat it. First of all, that's made of rotten bananas.
Yeah, I know, right?
What people are fucking weird.
And man. I love that when they say, "Oh, it's good now" because it really brings out the flavor. What are you talking about? It tastes like
the flavor is garbage. That's the flavor now. The flavor now, it's black. The flavor is garbage.
Right?
It's no longer banana flavored. It's garbage flavored.
That's why you got to buy your bananas green so they don't go bad too quickly.
I don't fucking. All right, let's go. You ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Everybody, welcome to another episode of The Down Roll, your favorite D&D talk show, because you're actually watching it. Probably the only D&D talk show.
Yeah, I'm sure we're the only one.
So if you want...
You don't go to Google and Google D&D talk show.
If you want a D&D talk show, or you have friends and you've heard them say, man, I wish I could watch a D&D talk show or listen to a D&D talk show on podcast, you say, I found the only one, and you point them in this direction.
There you go. And we'll send you a banana.
Oh, God, they see, that happened off screen, so they don't have any idea what you're talking
but
about.
They saw your reaction.
It's not funny.
It's totally funny.
All right, today what we're going to talk about is the new D&D Essentials box set.
I got a bad glare on mine.
And I got a glare too. We're going to unbox it live, as it were.
Sort of. We already took the covers off. But that's
we unwrapped it because that's not interesting to watch. As you're fighting with the
I've seen some other unboxings, and it's just got the cellophane around it, right? And then I see this guy. They pull out this knife. I'm like, what?
They're prepared. We're not prepared, so we just open it.
Who needs a knife to pull the type of thing?
I usually use a pair of scissors or something.
Oh, jeez. All right. Let's continue on.
That's why I took it off. So anyway, we're checking out the new, it's fairly new, D&D Essentials kit. You can get it at Target. That's where I got mine.
It was a Target exclusive for like a month.
Yeah.
It is now just become
any old
to everybody else everywhere else.
So now I'm going to just throw mine away because now anyone can get it.
Yeah,
I thought it was exclusive.
It's not even worth it anymore.
I thought I was part of a exclusive club that not anybody could join, and now even Will's got one.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, let's open it up and see what's inside.
This is what the inside of the box looks like.
It's so far not so impressive.
I don't know. As far as inside of boxes go, that's pretty good. Back in the day,
it's got a nice. I will say. No joke. It has a nice texture to it.
Shut up.
It feels, for those of you interested in texture.
I'll guarantee this is the only goddamn D&D talk show where they're rubbing the inside of the fucking box.
You feel the outside of the box, and it's kind of slick. right? And then
yeah.
inside there's a nice,
Not as slick.
nice texture. It's not slick, and and the dichotomy between the slick and the not
Oh,
slick
don't even start throwing big words in on
is very
so,
appealing.
What I was going to say is back in the day, these were the original dice boxes.
That's a really good point. So you could use this as a dice tray.
Yeah, they got all these fancy dice trays nowadays, but back in the day, you just pulled this sucker off and you'd roll in the top of your box. If you were that kind of person, a lot of people just rolled it until they fell on the floor.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
So the first thing I see here is another box.
I see dice. But hold on, let me go with you. I'm gonna stay with you.
Let's don't skip ahead.
Oh shit! Let me take the other stuff out of here.
So it's a little essentials. It says essentials kit, and it's a box.
Oh, you made yours already?
I just did it right now. It's not that hard to do. It's
all you do is
you just fold it up.
Fold it. Yeah.
So why? It's like one of those Russian nesting dolls where it's just box after box after box.
Well, you know what this is for, right?
No.
Okay. So if you go further into your box,
well, let's not do it yet. We'll find that out when we find it out. Right now, it's a mystery. It's a little mystery box.
It's a mystery box. I'm putting mine together. Okay.
So far, I don't know that the word essential fits.
So let me get this straight. You took the cellophane off of yours, but you didn't go through the stuff in the box?
No, because I thought it would be a good idea to unbox it live on the down roll.
That's incredible restraint.
Yeah.
Not I.
So now the next thing we have here is a bag of dice.
Yours are red too. Mine are red.
I think they're all red.
If you have dice that came in this that are not red,
yeah, put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
I'll tell you what, I like it. They're kind of those see-through. It's a see-through red die. I mean, it looks like
it's called a gem. It's called a gem die.
I don't care.
I'm just trying to educate
like it's pretty classic six-sider.
You know,
have a good amount of dice here.
If they would have gave us like the old, just the solid, opaque plastic ones with the crayon, that would have been.
I know, but that would have been fun. Cool. But it sucks.
Yeah, it would have been. Oh, but look. Okay, so they give you 2 20s in.
Yeah, no, I like this. I'm just pulling these out because if you got your 4-sider, you got 4 6-sider, so you could do the old roll 4. Drop the lowest, re-roll 1s. People like to do that, right?
Your 2d10s and it is numbered.
Yeah, it's a
for the
percentile die. You've got here.
Yep,
that's neat.
D8 and a D12. I don't know where my dice bag is. It's been so long since I've used.
Yeah, and then I've got a box, and I have way too many dice.
I need to roll these. It's been a minute since I've rolled real dice.
That's true. I'm gonna roll mine. What did I get? A 5.
Since Genghis Khan, I haven't rolled regular
and
dice.
And a 5. All right, well, these dice are...
You will not believe what I got. I got to show this to everybody.
Did you get a 5?
You rolled a 5 and a 5, right?
I rolled a 5 and a 5.
Okay, now watch this. This is no shit. I haven't moved anything. You see that there?
It's blurry.
Let's
can't really see what that is. This is... It was fun for a minute. Is it a 4 and a 4?
A 4 and a 4.
What the... These are... Obviously, these dice are not weighted very well.
Let's try it again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Got a blow on them. That was the problem.
I got a 17.
I got a 1 and an 8. Okay,
17 and a 19. So we're getting better. All right.
So
they're
established that the dice suck.
No, well, I think it's good though that especially if you're
take the average. I rolled bad twice. You rolled bad once, and then there was one good roll.
I mean, that's just luck. I do like that they give you 2 20s, especially if you're new and you don't have a lot of dice, right? You got 2 20s, you got the percentile, you got 4 6-siders. I think that's actually pretty good.
Nat 20. All right, I take it back.
All right, so the next thing I have here is it looks like a DM screen.
Yes. Let me get that. Mine's up completely out of order, so. And I like this. And
it's nice artwork. It's a little thin.
That's the it's. I've heard this too, and I gotta kind of agree with this. I like the smaller size.
Oh yeah, because you don't have to. If you're sitting at a table,
if you're sitting at a table, yeah, exactly. It's enough.
No, I like the
to hide your stuff behind, and you can still look over.
Yeah, I like the height of it. It looks like inside is pretty standard. It looks like the original or the.
The regular DM screen is pretty much the same thing on the inside.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
so it's pretty similar to that,
Yeah.
but it's got.
I
Nice...
really like when they put in here the conditions. I think that's really cool.
Those are helpful because you never remember what they are.
No, of course you don't.
Yeah, so it's got actions in combat. It has like the a line, a cube, a cone, a sphere, a cylinder, long jump, high jump, concentrations, things you can do in your turn. The conditions, as Will said, setting a DC, tracking DCs, damage level and severity, object armor class, object hit points. Skills and associated abilities, food, drink, and lodging costs, services cost, travel pace, encounter distance, and then cover and light. And then also the sizes of different creatures from tiny to gargantuan.
Now I'm gonna. This is a little something, a little tip from the old DM Will here, Will DM. So like, you can find these like, with all the different stuff that they have on the inside there. There's plenty of electronic versions of this that you can find out there on the internet. And what I do, and this is really good, not just for a DM, but this is great for like players to have. I take them, and here's some like here. I print them out. You can see, and I have it so it's flippable, and then I laminate them. And then you can keep this with you with all your stuff. So,
but you don't need it if you get this essentials kit. All right here.
Yeah, but see, I'm talking like more for the players. For the DM, this is good. But like if you're a player and you don't want to go flipping through the book,
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Next thing in the box, we have an essentials kit rule book. Soft cover, but fairly sturdy.
Mm-hmm. Way better. Actually, this is way better than how they. I forget what they call this type of binding. It's
it's a thicker binding than the other one for the starter kit is more like a magazine binding.
Yep, it's just the staple.
Yeah,
type of.
This is a solid book binding here.
And the paper quality is about the same, but the cover itself is definitely thicker and better. So this will.
And it's effectively the same thing, except it has a chapter on sidekicks.
Yes, and that's the one thing I got really excited about when I read through this. And
it's the only reason I bought it, really.
Now, here's the thing. Prepare not to be disappointed.
And because I knew there'd be dice.
So the sidekicks, I'll show you here. First of all, I want to say back in the day, God, everybody who watches this probably thinks I'm a fucking old geezer because all I say is, well, back in the day
when I was a boy, they didn't even have paper. We etched everything onto stone.
That's right. They had henchmen were in earlier editions a really big deal.
Yeah,
and most people, and there was all kinds of different rules. And I'm pretty sure they had those rules were still in the books by third, and then they dropped out in fourth edition. And I'm sure there's probably some minor rules in there, but it wasn't as big of a deal as it used to be. So when they had this whole sidekick thing that I'd read about outside of looking in the box, I was pretty happy about it. It's like, cool, they're going to try and bring that back. Exactly. That's all.
That's the
rules. They're just right here.
It's one page.
That's it.
3 different types of sidekicks, and then on the back, it tells you basically how to level them up.
It doesn't even do that. Well, it does. It gives you what happens.
Yeah.
It tells you what happens when they go up in level. Well, here's the thing, because I read through it here. So, like, basically, you get a sidekick, which is just essentially it's your buddy,
right?
And they have here. There's 3 different types of sidekick. You got an expert, which is essentially your rogue. You got a spellcaster, and then you got a warrior. They do not have a priest, I noticed. So these would be the 3 types. Now, I would hope what they would do is that continue on with this, because I really think this is a great idea.
Yeah.
Sidekick or like a henchman. They were doing this. This is for if you're trying to play D&D with a limited group. Say like just you, a dungeon master and 1 player, a dungeon master and like 2 players. You could everybody could have a sidekick with them, and then it would just help fill out the party with more people. So,
but but not very fleshed out.
They're not. They're just stat blocks.
Yeah.
So it's just the same as like you would see of a monster, or if you go through and you see like in the monsters manual, they have druid, and you look in there and it's just a stat block for like a monster druid. That's all the sidekicks are. They just have this sort of thing. Now you want to know the really messed up part of it?
Yes.
Okay. So they've only got these limited abilities, and then they show what abilities that they get as they go up in level. Right here. And what they say is that sidekicks, they level with experience just like a player. So for a sidekick to become a level 2 sidekick, they have to have earned the same amount of experience as a regular character. Now I know I wouldn't do that. I'm definitely all about people having sidekicks and what have you, and making like NPCs that you meet could become a sidekick for you. Even that's a good thing. Like in Saltmarsh, you'd probably like to have Ned hanging out as your sidekick, wouldn't you?
Well, I don't like Ned. I liked the other guy, Oceanus, better.
Oceanus, the surfer dude.
Yeah, I like
but
him.
You could have one of these and then make them like your.
No
sidekick.
offense to Ned.
Yeah, you just don't like cats. That's all there is to it.
I love cats.
Yeah, just not yours.
That's fair. That's fair.
I wouldn't make them require them to go up in via experience points. I'm just going to do it that whoever they're the sidekick of, when that person hits the level, then they'll just bump up with them.
But it only goes to 6th level.
Only goes to 6th level too. And I was thinking about that. I was like, well, my first initial thought on that was like, well, you'll want your sidekick to go up and have the ability to go higher than 6th. But then I was thinking, it's like, well, maybe not. Because, again, they're just the sidekick. You don't want them to have too much glory or be too intricate to the plot. Yeah. And a 6th level character is still going to be helpful. You know what I mean? By the time you're 20th level, it's basically you just saving them all the time if that ever happens. But campaigns rarely go that high. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But I really, 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 really like.
I like the idea.
I do too. I hope they do more with that.
Now, maybe because this is like the starter set equivalent, that they will expand upon it, like they did.
I hope so.
From the starter set to the player's handbook.
And let's put it this way: even if they don't, I'm definitely going to expand on that.
Yeah, no, it's a good. I like the idea of it. So the next thing we have here is a map.
Mine is in order this way.
There you go. Of
it's
part of the Sword Coast. It looks
part of the Sword Coast. It's around Neverwinter Wood. Neverwinter. I don't. Yeah, it's just around Neverwinter.
Yeah,
it's just where it's at. But that's where.
And
that's
then on the back, Phandalin, which you might remember from the Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Phandelver, correct. Phandalin is the town and is the focal town in the adventure that comes in this book.
Right. The map's a map. If you like maps, it's fine. It's, regular poster paper.
Yeah. I don't really care so much about this part of it. I mean, it's cool. I'm not a Forgotten Realms kind of guy.
I like Forgotten Realms.
It's all right.
You're holding it upside down.
I got it upside down.
Yeah, you really aren't, you?
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. I liked early Forgotten Realms. I don't like what it's become, but that's a personal thing.
Isn't that what the players and the DM make it? What it's become?
There you go. That's true. And there's a saying in the future Greyhawk community group that I'm in. Everything's canon until the dice roll, and then it's your campaign.
Right.
And then it goes from there. So you can do what you want with it.
So anyway.
I do. Yeah. I like the town though. I do like the town.
The town map is good.
Yeah.
So then we have the adventure, which is a pretty hefty adventure for one of these boxes.
It is.
The Dragons of Icespire Peak. I guess Dragon. There's only one.
Yeah, it's non-plural. Yeah. Let's see, and it's got it is a
64 page adventure. Again, bound nicely. Book binding versus magazine binding.
Exactly. A lot of good maps in it. The only thing I like, what I wish they would do for this sort of stuff. And this goes back to the starter kit. And I know they don't. I mean, they give us a lot of other really good stuff, and they gave us this, you know, which is great. And that's why I like the map of the town more than I like the map of the wider region. Because when you go through the book, okay, there's a bunch of cool maps. See, like that guy right there.
Yeah.
See, it would be nice to have something larger that you
could use to put your little tokens on, or whatever you call them, miniatures.
Exactly. I now
really
I know that
nice. Yeah, some really nice maps. I agree.
Yeah.
Here's a nice looking one here.
Yeah,
but again, you can't really do anything with this besides it's
really
it's
really
theater
just,
of the mind. I'm going to talk you through it type thing.
Through the DM there. And I realize that's kind of a tall order though, because that's just flipping through it. There's an awful lot of maps.
So what level adventure is this?
Well, this is picking up now. If you go on the internet and you're looking for the best 5th edition official Wizards of the Coast adventures that they've published, the Lost Mines of Phandelver usually ranks as number 1. Lots and lots of people like that, and that's the one that came out of the original starter kit that they had. Now that this adventure here, the Dragon of Ice Spire Peak, continues on with the adventure after the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Now, I'm assuming Lost Mine of Phandelver is designed to get your characters up to 5th level.
I think so, yeah. What's next? Next we have some cards, which I guess is what goes in this box.
Bingo! These are actually pretty cool.
You have a sheet of initiative cards.
Which,
and has like the number goes up to 9. So I guess everybody holds their card, and the DM holds the cards for the monsters. I guess that's one way of doing it.
That's avoiding the glare right there.
Yeah, it's one
way. It is, but I mean,
are you really going to use this?
No. You could repurpose these for something like bookmarks. I don't know. I mean, just because really there are so many different better ways of keeping track of initiative.
And here now, instead of laminating anything, we have condition cards.
Yes, which this is good for, I would say, beginning players.
Yeah.
You know,
you hold on to this little card. It tells you what your condition is.
Yeah, on the back it gives you the description of what that means.
And so, like, two pages of these.
When that condition happens to the player, the DM, instead of sitting there and explaining it to him like I do, with just subtract and confusing the hell out of people, you can just flip them this official card, and then they'll know.
So it's easier than listening to Will. Okay, that's why we have it. Now we have some cards. There's some people. Yeah.
These are the sidekicks.
Oh, these are sidekicks.
Yes, these are sidekicks.
I wouldn't. Let's see. Are there any?
Pickled Pete. I'm guessing this guy's a drunk.
I don't. I mean,
he better be if he's not.
None of these look like they're going to be that helpful.
This lady's name is Donabella Fiasco. Really?
Donabella Fiasco. Young magic user. We got Galandro Lunar, whose most treasured possession is a fiddle that he tunes and plucks constantly. Gets sick of him pretty fast.
Right.
Then we've got over here
Inverna Nightbreeze.
Inverna Nightbreeze.
She looks like a cowboy.
Has a scar on her cheek where she was grazed by an orc's javelin.
I could totally see her talking like a...
And it has their personality. I choose my words very carefully. Sarcasm, I'm told, is my sharpest weapon. Ideal, bond, flaw. So it gives you those from the player's handbook, but for your
now, you see, this is something that I
don't mind this.
I like it, but you know what? This is, again, it's going back to, I wish they had expound upon the whole sidekick thing. Because that what you have in the book for them is great, but I want more.
All right, here we go. This is the one that I would use as my as my sidekick, Ruby Hammerwhacker. Ruby lacks the customary dwarven stoicism and greets every day with a warm smile and a renewed sense of optimism. Use the warrior sidekick stat block in the rulebook to represent her personality. Nothing can shake my optimistic attitude. Ideal. We should all see the betterment of ourselves. We all seek, the betterment of ourselves. There's always room for improvement. Bond. I fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. Flaw. Tell me I can't do something, and I must prove you wrong. But most importantly, last name is Hammerwhacker.
They should.
That's what Michael Moorcock's.
Yeah, it's exactly what Michael Moorcock.
That's what his nickname was in high school.
If nobody's noticed as of yet from watching earlier episodes, Adam has a weird fascination with Michael Moorcock.
Yeah, Michael Moorcock, aka the Hammerwhacker.
They should do more of these. I could see them putting out just like on the DMs Guild. Yeah. I could see. Oh man, dude, that's what we should do. We should write up something about this stuff and put it on there and become like famous and shit.
Yeah, and shit. All right, next we have spell cards. No, I lied. Magic item cards. So I guess the magic items probably that you see in the adventure,
yes,
are listed here on this card. We've got potions of healing and invulnerability, sending stone, wand of pyrotechnics. I'm probably giving away some. Spoiler alert. Necklace of fireballs.
Too late.
A lot of potion of healings. You must be.
Yeah.
Assuming nobody wants to play a cleric.
Yeah, that's what they're assuming. You know what I don't like?
What?
And it's just a nitpick.
That they don't have a picture of the magic item?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
I don't like that. And this is the reason why. Aside the fact that we all like to look at cool pictures, it'd be much easier to find them.
Right.
You could, if you had them all one way.
We're left reading like suckers.
What the hell's up with that?
Instead of being able to look at it. And I agree. That was the first thing I thought is this is... Like,
it would be better if they had...
It looks chintzy that way. And it's a decent quality paper stock, but...
Yeah.
Oh, more magic items. There's a whole bunch of them here.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them. There's quite a few.
4 of them.
No.
Because one's a quest card.
Yeah, we missed it. One's a quest card.
That's at the back here. Again, quest. So these... Oh, so you don't... This is good for people like me who don't remember what the fuck is going on.
This is really good for people like you. Because you don't take notes either. And
I do, but I don't...
No, you don't.
I don't know where they are after I write them down.
You might as well not even take them. You write them down and then you never find them again.
Right. Yeah. I also have, like, in my notebook, I've got, like, 2 games worth, like, different games of notes. So I don't know which notes are for which game.
Because using 2 different notebooks and labeling them properly.
I started that, but then I went down to 1.
Then you just quit.
Yeah.
I do
so
like
this isn't bad. It reminds you what the fuck you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So that you can stay on target. So, you don't forget that you're just supposed to talk to the lizard people and not kill them all.
First of all, nobody ever...
they would have to have watched
Ghost of Saltmarsh every Tuesday night.
And you'll know what I'm talking about.
LLC, Twitch.
The quests that are on here too. These are all.
They're from that adventure.
These are all in the adventure book.
Right. So
there's 9 there. I know that the adventure book, and I guess I should say this too. The adventure book is, and it's kind of a. They devised it to be sandboxy. So there's obviously there's 9 different adventures that can be done in any order, and then there's one overarching quest to eventually get to, which I'm sure as you do the other smaller quests, it'll give you help you and give you hints for going later on towards the end goal.
Well, you really trailed off there at the end, huh?
Yeah, it's because I started looking at the next thing in the box.
The next thing in the box is blank character sheets on really heavy-duty paper.
These are nice.
Again, a nice texture to the paper, too.
Yep.
These are very nice.
Make sure to always save 1 blank.
Yeah, this way you can just make copies.
And just photocopy.
Or you can just print them off online.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about you new people, you younger generation in your
Computers.
computer.
But yeah, they give you a few of these.
I used to make out. I used to make homemade character sheets on typewriters.
We used to do it on computers.
Yeah.
And then print them from a computer.
And then you have
the propaganda.
But look on the back.
Oh, there's like stuff for
there's coupons
for D&D Beyond stuff.
Yep.
That's cool.
50% off digital versions of the Player's Handbook on D&D Beyond. And then there's also excess additional adventure content to continue the Dragon Up Icespire Peak story.
Oh, that's cool.
Higher levels. There we go. That's
great. Don't show because people could scan your code there and then you won't be able to use it.
Oops.
Because I know the type of savages that watch this.
Unlock the. Well, I guess what I'm doing right after this then. Unlock the digital version of the Dungeons Dragon of Ice Peak Adventure D&D Beyond with the unique product key. Okay. Unlock the digital version of the Player's Handbook on D&D Beyond at 50% off. Okay, so there's a code there and a code here, and it appears. I guess that's for free.
Yeah, that's you paid for it with your box.
Right. Okay. But I got to go to D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, if you'd like to be a sponsor, we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't rail against what I don't like about that. I love D&D Beyond. I think it's the best thing ever.
All right, so I'm going to move these dice out of this box so I can put them in my dice box.
We need to come up with a. We need to figure out a grade scale for when we do reviews on stuff. How are we gonna do that? We're just gonna give it a 1 out of 10. Let's
do 1 out of 5.
3 out of
1 out of 5 D20s. Oh, there you go. How many D20s do you give this?
Oh, how about this? No, because that wouldn't work. I was gonna say we could give him an advantage. I think this has a disadvantage.
I don't like that at all.
I don't.
We should have thought about this before we were on the air.
We should have, because then it would have been. Yeah, it would have been better.
So why don't we just do this? Is this box set, this Essentials kit, right? It says Essentials, so they really want you to buy it.
20 on the D20. There you go. And then you pick your number.
Sure, you just roll.
All right, hold on. I'll tell you what I think of it. At 20, okay.
I give it a 19. I give it a 19 out of 20. So we both like it. We both like it quite a bit.
Actually,
is this good?
It's good.
As the current D&D starter set or earlier edition box sets?
Are you talking about say the red box and all that different
compare
stuff?
It to let's first compare it to the other D&D 5e box set.
To the starter set. Kit. I would say compared to the starter kit.
If you have the starter kit, do you need this?
Yes. And I'll tell you why. For
one page of sidekicks.
I would say as far as whether or not it is better than the original starter set, yes. Reason it's better is it gives you more stuff. And it's a better quality. The books are better quality. It is better quality.
And now, would you say you should get this over the starter's kit if you don't have either?
Yeah. The reason to get the starter set, really, in my opinion, because
originally came with 2 sets of die.
The starter set did?
There was a special edition one that's the only reason I got it. And it was a nice gold set. It was pretty cool.
See, I don't even have any of the original crap in mine anymore. This is
I took mine out too.
Oh yeah, this is not part of the original starter set. Wow. This is a first edition
DM screen.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it's better quality.
It is better quality. I think if you don't have either, I would get the Essentials kit over the starters kit.
I would too. Now,
if you have the starters kit, I think there's still some value in this. Especially if you're a new player or DM. But also I think The card, most of them are cool. I like the adventure. Looks good.
Adventure is
And you're looking at $20 basically for an adventure, some dice, and some other stuff is not a bad deal.
No, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. For getting the adventure, which I haven't finished. Like I said, I only read the first couple of pages of it.
I didn't. I just looked at it.
But
now.
just being able to build off of the starter adventure of Vandelver, I think is great. I think that's really awesome.
But you could also fit it probably anywhere.
Yeah, you could. Well, that's what I was talking with Adam. The next Greyhawk Adventures Presents, because I've already decided that I'm going to start doing this, is I'm going to start taking a lot of the other Wizards of the Coast produced material, and I'm going to run it in Greyhawk. And what I'm going to do with the next one is I'm going to take the Lost Mine of Phandelver and the new adventures that came out of the Essentials kit, and I'm going to put them back to back. And that's why I'm really stoked about I can't show them, but the higher level stuff.
The additional content.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, all in all, I think it's a great deal. I mean, because still, I think regular retail on this bad boy, the Essentials, is $25, right? So you're gonna get the dice.
25 sounds right. Yep, $24.99, $25. $25. Again, it's for what you get. I think it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, totally. And I mean, hell, if this is also too, I've heard people complain that, again, it doesn't do a good enough job with explaining the rules. I mean, dude, did you see original OD&D? I mean, come on, man. As far as explaining the rules, everybody gets it wrong until somebody figures it out, and then everybody ends up figuring it out in the end. It's no big deal. You just keep playing.
Although I will say, and again, I'm going from the starter set rather than this one because I haven't read through this yet, but I thought the starter set was pretty simple to explain this. I mean, obviously it's watered down version of of the player's handbook, of course, but I thought it was a good introduction to 5th edition D&D, and I think this looks very similar to that.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know. Whoever said that might be an idiot, can't read or process information.
I've gamed with a number of idiots over my career, excluding Adam.
Okay, good.
Did you see like how I did that? Put that in at the end.
Yeah, it's real nice. What could make
definitely this? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What could make this better?
They could have explained or expound upon the sidekicks.
Should have been much more about the sidekicks.
Oh man, they should have took that and really just fleshed that out much bigger.
Also,
better.
They should have had pictures on the magic items cards.
Yes, pictures on the magic items would have been a lot better.
And even pictures on the quest cards, like the face of the guy who gave you the quest, or like an item that you have to find, or something.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that too, because it's like I said, everybody loves the art, but the other thing too, if they're meant to be used in a practical way, damn it, I didn't put that box in there either. The pictures are going to make them so much easier to find.
Right. Yeah.
To use.
You don't want to go shuffling through a million different things.
And that's definitely something I could see, and I'm sure they're out there. I know that there's third party that do those cards already. But if WotC wanted to get around and do it themselves,
they have their own.
Do they? Okay. Well, obviously they're in this box. So.
But they have like pictures. Well, the magic cardstone. I think I gotta look. You know what? I've got a couple here. So for example, like they put for the magic items cards,
got
there.
Got a big glare on it.
Like there. There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
It's like the cue before, like it has a picture of it, so you know what it is. Like it's not
even like that. It doesn't have to be like.
It doesn't be anything fancy, the horn of. I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're nice, nice little things. Shows you what it looks like. That I think would have been better on what we have here, rather than just magic item.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Even with like you said, even with the quest cards, even if it was just a little something, so that it was more visually that you could just tell what it is.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about it?
Do you have to ask? It's the sidekicks.
Sidekicks, yeah.
100%, hands down, man.
I agree. Sidekicks and the dice.
Yeah,
because I like dice.
Dice are always fun, but the definitely 100% those sidekicks.
And again, they're not flashy dice, but
Yeah, but dice are always good.
Yeah, you can never use more dice.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway,
when it starts rolling bad, then you can just get another one.
Exactly. Tell us what you think about the Essentials kit. Do you like it? Do you love it?
Do you like?
Do you hate it? Do you not? Does it not affect you one way or the other?
Do you not even play Dungeons and Dragons and you're watching this for some odd reason?
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, we do talk about stuff besides Dungeons and Dragons every once in a while.
Once in a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching yet another episode of the Down Roll.
Yep.
For Will DM, I'm Adam, and we're signing off.
Bye.
Bye. The Essentials Kit. D&D, Wizard of the Coast, we like to be a sponsor. See how good we are at this?
That was quite clever of you, I must say. I didn't actually pick up on it until...
That's all part of my secret evil schemes.
Yeah, it's evil, all right.
Bye.
Bye.